In this video, we're going to talk about some of the ways that can help you get organized. One of the things I like to do this time of year is to plan out what kind of materials I'm going to need for fair and also after fair in order to turn in my books for livestock and companion animal. Right now it's a bit slower. I'm not having to work on so many projects or all of the extra things that seem to pop up around July. And so I am going to just take the time to prepare. So some of the ways that I have used in the past to keep organized are going to be dependent, or at least for me, they depended on the age that I was at the time. So a really simple 3-ring binder can be a great start, especially for individuals who might get overwhelmed with a lot of different information per binder. So what I would do is print out my draft record books, get them 3-hole punched, and then I just use some sticky tabs in order to separate the different books. And that's all I had in here. I had my books, some extra paper, and that was it for that. When it came to all the other documents that I needed to keep track of, I did those in other places. I had a 3-ring notebook or a spiral notebook that I used just for club notes, and I took different notes at the different projects. And I just found that when I was a lot younger, it helped me just to keep what I needed to do a little bit more separated. Now, one of the things that is really great is these zipper binders. Okay, so we had these binders and they would get full of stuff, and sometimes that can be a little overwhelming. But for somebody that loves organization, and maybe you find that it's challenging throughout the year, maybe ADHD or something else, a zipper binder can be a really great tool in order to keep everything you need together. If you are running out the door or you just have so much going on and you have something for your books and you have the zipper binder, it helps you just to toss it in and zip it up, and then when you're not running around, you can go back and address the item. If you are going to do that where you need to return back to stuff, I would recommend going ahead and keeping some sticky notes in here so that you can write a note real quick and slap it on what you put in there. One thing I do like with the zippers is that you can stick your receipts in here pretty easily. And I do recommend that you use the same pen on your official book or pencil on your official book. And if you're slowly working on that, like we should, it can be really nice to go ahead and keep that pen right in here so that you can keep it all together. Now, I did find that when I became a senior, I like to have less items in my folders. So for this example, I have a pocket folder here that has these tabs. This helps keep that book in place. I have folders to put things, but as you see, I only have one record book in here. And I found that as a senior, I preferred to have just what I needed when I went into classes. And so if I just needed my companion animal book, that's the only thing that I wanted to carry with me at that time. Now, using different colors can help you to keep organized. For an individual like me, I definitely needed to write it on the outside as well. I always think I'm going to remember what each color is, and then I find that when I'm busy, I just don't remember what each color is. The other thing that I like to do, in addition to printing my draft books and extra pages, is also to prepare for what I am going to use later on. So my recommendation is that you print the record books you need, you write a draft, and then throughout your 4-H year, you start converting your draft over to official pages. Some of those can be official pages right at the beginning, and some of them will not be official pages until you turn it in. But when we take the time right now, when it's slower in the year, to prepare for what we will need later, it can really help with reducing the stress when you get into July and August and September, just to already have that information together. So I have two different formats here. One of them is going to be a very small 1/2 inch 3-ring binder. Now, please look at your project requirements to find out if there is a specific style of binder that is required, or if they don't want you to use binders, they may want you to use report covers. You should not use a report cover with a slip connector right here. Those come apart extremely easy, and then as judges or superintendents, we just have record book parts all over. So if you are going to use a report cover, make sure it's one that has fasteners in it. In this example, I went ahead and put in these sleeves here. Using sleeves, I just highly recommend doing it. You can slide items in. You could also make place markers so that you remember page 1 goes here, page 2 is here. Oh, but I remember I had an extra sheet for page 2, so I'm going to put that here. And this could just help you not to forget all of the parts that you need. Now, my preferred version is going to be using this 1/2 inch notebook binder. And I just really enjoy this one because of the hard sides, and it does completely cover the protector pages. So in here, one of the really good tools is to, once again, go ahead and put little placeholders. So I'm going to put page 1 here, and so on and so forth. If you are in a project like the dog project, there's going to be parts of your book that you need to complete earlier in the year. And so by setting up your turn-in book, you can already complete this page, print it, sign it, and ta-da, put it in your book. And you already have that step done. Now, please remember that you can write your record books or you can type your record books. There's several different formats, and you can refer to other videos for that information. I hope you enjoyed this video.